And we are live. Welcome to another edition of the Goalpost, where we discuss football insight, football analysis, and everything that has to do with the world of football. I'm your host, Oluwamayowa. It's another Friday edition, TGIF as they call it. As usual, I'm not alone. I have Timmy with me in the studio. Timmy, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, wherever you're hearing me from. Nice to be here again. Nice to sit here. Nice to be had again. It's an eventful week. Uh, you could see a lot of teams crumbling. Manchester City again. Oh my God. Uh, it's a good week, and we are ready to dive into it.
It's a whole lot of football. We had, as they call it in the chef word, a la carte of football matches. There is a Man City, fumbling again. There is the Champions League for Tuesday and Wednesday. The tables of the Champions League begins to shape up, and also, there is the Europa League, and also, we'll take a look at also the EPL. But if you take a look at the games that happened on Tuesday and Wednesday, which one do you think will be your major highlight in those particular games?
The Tuesday is the Barcelona game, the Barcelona Benfica. Was an amazing match. Just when everybody thought Barcelona is out on dry, and they came back and they won 5-4. I think Benfica shot themselves at the foot. The goalkeeper was really horrendous. He made mistake that only an amateur will make. And Rafinha again closing the show with a man of the match performance. But Pedri, oh my God. Pedri was simply amazing. Pedri ran the whole match and everything was so amazing. I think the Barcelona game for the Tuesday and the Wednesday game, a whole lot from Real Madrid showing that they are boss again. Jude Bellingham, um, I think Jude Bellingham actually saw Pedri's performance the previous night and decided to show with his own masterclass again. The front four of Real Madrid are gelling together, then there is problem. Final beating Bayern Munich. It was an amazing match. Nobody saw that coming. They actually beat them 3-0. It was a crazy match. And the highlight of it all is the Man City game, leading 2-0. Everybody thought PSG is out and dry and everything is going down for PSG. But again, they came down. They came back with their own remontada and they won 4-2. It was an amazing match. And I think if Pep goes down this way, he might actually be sacked.
A lot of people are saying, he can't be sacked and the rest of that, he's just going through a rough patch at the moment. And that's the reason why this is happening. Do you think, if he doesn't improve on his result, do you think he will be sacked anytime soon?
If he doesn't improve on his results, if now the next match in the Champions League is against Club Brugge, he's not going to beat Chelsea in this weekend. I don't see him beating Chelsea. Club Brugge has not lost a game in 19 games. I think they've not lost in 19 games. Club Brugge needs the win to stay up in the Champions League table. Man City needs the win to be in the Champions League table to qualify in the Champions League table. So I see the game is going to be tough. Uh, City obviously favorites, but the way they are playing, Club Brugge can actually upset them. And I don't know, they might draw the match. And if they draw the match, that means City are out. City is out of the if City is out of the Champions League, they are nowhere close to the top of the league. What is going to happen? They are going to sack him obviously. But with the addition of the few players they have signed, Omar Mamouche as arrived, and all these players. I feel he can um uh, make his team play a bit better, but it's far bigger than just signing players. I think it's more of emotions and the players and the whole team in general. Everybody's just not playing well. The whole team is just disorganized.
Okay. A whole lot of people have been questioning. Probably maybe they call something in economics law of diminishing returns. Probably a lot of people feel what happened to Jose Mourinho is probably happening to Pep Guardiola at the moment in terms of him not being there anymore. But in any case, let's jump into it. We've started out with the Barcelona match. However, there's a whole lot of Champions League football to talk about. Let's start. In the pulsating encounter, FC Barcelona edged out Benfica with a 5-4 victory. The match was a roller coaster of emotion with both teams displaying relentless attacking prowess. Barcelona's clinical finishing ultimately secured them the 3 points in this high scoring match. Do you think Barcelona did enough to be able to justify, their place in the Champions League? Yes, a lot of people said they have qualified. However, if you take a look at their performance, in their local league, is way different from the Barcelona we are seeing in the Champions League. Is it a case of having a separate form at home and having a separate form in the Intercontinental Championship?
I said it the last time we were here. I said Barcelona are going to perform much better in the Champions League than the league because the teams they play in the league will sit back and play a low block. Barcelona struggles against a team that plays low block. In the Champions League, they meet more of top teams, so everybody plays explosive football. And then there will be chances for them to run in behind, and there will be chances for their players to get on the ball. Just imagine that it is a Las Palmas or a Leganes or a Getafe that actually went 3-1 up against Barcelona. It's finished.
So it was because the Benfica team decided to continue. However, I was watching that particular game and something strange struck me. How will you be leading an FC Barcelona 4-2 and you're still attacking? Also, the goalkeeper decided to give Rafinha a go because
Mhm.
that clearance gave Barcelona an inroad into that particular game. What do you think?
It's just bad game management for me. It's bad game management. You're leading 4-2, 80, 82, 80 something minutes. Why are you attacking? You don't need to attack. Just sit back, play at a low block, let them come at you. You are going to suffer for the next 10, 12 minutes. It's okay with added time. You are just suffer and see out the game. Yes, they will do is score one more goal. But again, they decided to continue attacking and attacking and attacking. And that's what happens when you try to attack and not manage the game very well. They played very well from the beginning, and I think introductions of Di Maria didn't help the game. I think Di Maria he does not have the legs anymore. The substitutions the coach made didn't help the game. You're leading 4-2 towards the end of the game. You should be bringing in defenders, not attacking midfielders, not wide players. I don't know what he was thinking, but he has himself to blame, and it was a good game for Barcelona.
Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go back to the team that has the African Footballer of the Year on their books. Um, Atlanta demolishes Stormgrass with a 5-goal masterclass. Atlanta showcased their offensive strength, overwhelming Stormgrass with a commanding 5-0 win. The Italian side dominated from start to finish, leaving their Austrian opponent with no answer to their relentless attack. I mean, Admiral Lukman on song again. The Atlanta team, do you think, they have a shouting chance at winning the Champions League, owing to the fact that they've continued to impress and they've continued to, perform above expectation in terms of if you look at the players that they have and the kind of weight they are punching, don't you think they are performing above their, expected expectation in terms of where they should be in the Champions League?
Of course, they are performing beyond their expectations. But this has been the Atlanta team. Explosive. Ademola Lookman again, amazing talent. I think he's gonna a big team will come for him in the next transfer window, not this one. He's really amazing. Joy to watch. He plays on the front foot always there, dancing feet is amazing. Atlanta, if they can avoid some teams, I think they will go far in the Champions League. I think the only team that I feel can easily put out Atlanta is Real Madrid and Liverpool. If they meet any other team, the Barcelonas, the whatever they are going to, they are going to put up a good fight. But Real Madrid will always be Real Madrid in the Champions League, and Liverpool is amazing right now. I think everybody wants to avoid Liverpool right now. At the end of the day, if they can get themselves to avoid those top teams, and let them play against each other and see each other out first, then they have a good chance at going very far in the Champions League.
Well, the question has always been, I think a whole lot of the top teams, if you look at the league table, the first 8 teams, when the league was starting, when the Champions League was starting this season, a whole lot of people would have felt, the likes of Man City, Real Madrid, and the rest of them, they will be in the first top 8. However, it seems the playoff bet, the playoff position seems to house, the biggest name in Europe. What do you think? Don't you think that plays into the hands of an Atlanta? Because I mean, a whole lot of the top teams, they are in between the ninth and the 24th position, and I think most of them cancel each other out.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So when they cancel each other out, then but again, we can get a Liverpool versus Real Madrid, or a Liverpool versus Man City in the round of 16, and it's amazing how these things will play out. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for Wednesday to come and see who plays who, and when who wins who is going to play who. It's an amazing setup. I hope Man City qualifies. I really hope so, but I don't know. Atlanta also, with this whole setup and everything, is really playing into their hands, and Atlanta might really go far if everything works in their favor.
Okay, that fantastic. Let's jump to Real Madrid now. I mean, Real Madrid has been very fantastic in the Champions League in terms of the result they've been putting out lately. Defending champions Real Madrid delivered a stellar performance, defeating RB Salzburg 5-1. The Brazilian forwards Rodrigo and Vini Jr. each netted twice, showcasing their flair and finishing abilities, while the team's overall dominance was evident throughout that particular match. I mean, Rodrigo and Vinicius, they are doing the business again for Real Madrid in front of goal. Like you rightly allude when we were giving our introduction, um, Jude Bellingham was in scintillating form in that particular game. He was all over everywhere, fighting for the balls, taking the balls, and he was always on the attack. With this performance, isn't it more of a fact that Madrid is trying to get themselves back into the fray, or into the fact that, remember, it's because of this kind of poor performances. That's the reason why Ancelotti has said he will be leaving Real Madrid at the end of the season.
For me, I feel this is the best time for any team to pick form. Um, from January to April, kind of. This is the best time for any team to pick form, and they are picking the form at the right time. Jude Bellingham again is the heart of Real Madrid. If Bellingham plays well, Real Madrid plays well. If Bellingham does not play well, then the team is in trouble. Jude Bellingham again, once again, amazing for the team. Amazing, amazing, amazing player. And they have picked up form. They are going from strength to strength. They are not going to play Barcelona every week. I think the only team that has got their number, Barcelona. They are not going to play Barcelona every week, and Barcelona is not going to play Real Madrid every week. Again, they have the chances to win La Liga. Um, of course, they are favorites in the Champions League. No matter how you look at it, you can't write them off. If you look at it thoroughly from 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 the first team to team 24, the only team that I would say in the Champions League that can rival them and put up a fight is Liverpool. And this same Liverpool are not really high experienced as this Real Madrid side. This is a side that have come back and come back and come back and come back and come back over and over again over the past 3 years, and I've been there when you speak of Champions League football. So you can't write them off. Real Madrid once again showing their superpowers of Europe.
I mean, a lot of people said RB Salzburg made it much more easier for them in terms of how they've played. Even though if you check the German Bundesliga, RB Salzburg has been struggling. It's more of a struggling team playing,
No, so
a defending champion of the Champions League.
Salzburg. The Salzburg himself. They are not in form right now. Um, if you check their league table, they are not really playing very well. But again, you make your own luck, you make your own fortunes. RB Salzburg did not make it easy for Real Madrid. Real Madrid played and played very well. I think if you check the Austria league, I think yeah, Salzburg is for Austria league. If you check their league table, it's not really I think they are not first in the league, and usually they used to be dominant in the league. But right now it's all showing they are not on good form and they are not playing very well. But again, Real Madrid made their own luck. Real Madrid actually blew them out of the waters. So nobody can say Real Madrid didn't play well. Real Madrid played well and deserved the 3 points.
Yeah, that definitely. I mean, Rodrigo and Vinicius Juniors, they show how important they are. Do you think, Rodrigo is laying a claim to a first team shirt in that particular MIG team based on that
Of
performance?
course,
Remember, he has not been playing regularly since he got injured. Probably maybe they're trying to ease him in. But I mean, with this kind of performance, don't you think he has a shouting chance at getting a first team shirt?
Of course, Rodrigo should be starting. Obviously, he should be starting. The problem was not Rodrigo, was not the attack. The problem was to balance the team defensively, how the team will work, tracking back. And I think that is what Ancelotti has issues with from the beginning of the season. I think they are doing that perfectly well now. You could see Vinicius tracking back and helping Vasquez so many and helping Mendy so many times. And you could see Rodrigo tracking back, helping Vasquez. You could see Mbappe going to the middle, receiving the ball, linking up play, and they are playing explosive football. You could see the Bellingham in the box to box. Everybody's playing very well and fantastic at this point. I think another problem is still the right back position. They need to get another player. If they can sign someone in this window, it will be perfect for them. But for Israel Madrid, they don't just go and sign for patch and sign. Alaba is back already. Alaba that is back is going to boost their team again. Alaba can play right back. Obviously, he can play anywhere in the defense line. So it's going to be amazing to see Real Madrid compete and move forward from here.
Okay, that's fantastic. Let's move forward to the team that shocked everybody in the Champions League. PSG, you know, stages a remarkable comeback in terms of overcoming Man City in that particular game. Man City, they were up 2 goals and they ended up losing that particular game 4-2. PSG mounted an impressive comeback, overturning a two goal deficit, overcoming a 2 goal deficit to overcome Man City 4-2. The French giant displayed resilience and attacking flair, turning the tide, in a match that seems to be slipping away, much to the delight of the home fans. What do you think was responsible for the late turnaround from PSG, owing to the fact that there was a Foden and Haaland scoring that particular game, and they ended up losing the game.
There was a Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish
Jack
scored
Grealish
actually.
rather,
No,
sorry, Jack Grealish, sorry, Jack
and,
Grealish rather.
and, the thing is this: they didn't even deserve to go to nil down at first. That's one I would like to put that out there. They don't deserve to go to nil down because they played first half, second half. They blew City out of the waters. I think City were lucky to be leading 2-0, and all PSG just did is bring in Dembele. Once Dembele came in, everything changed. The output was more clearer. Bakula also an amazing talent, and you could see the way they were running riot on City's defense, and they couldn't do anything. They could not even do anything. They don't have any answer back. City is finished right now. Man City, if if
Why
they
would you
lose,
say City is finished? Why would you say City is finished?
it's finished already. If they lose to Chelsea, it's not just a Rodri thing anymore. You can come and say they are missing one or two players because of injury and all these things. It's not a Rodri thing anymore. It's bigger than that.
No, no,
It's
but but
still
but but the question is this. I mean, if you look at that particular game, they were doing fairly okay until Ruben Diaz got a yellow card. Before he was substituted, he was almost getting a red card. If the referee had given him a second yellow card for that tackle, that would have been a straight red card. I think Guardiola was trying to preserve the game. They were 2 goals ahead, Um,
it was
Diaz was on yellow card. I mean, and immediately Diaz came off. The defense collapsed.
it was due to PSG's brilliance. That's why Diaz was getting carded. If PSG were not playing well, Diaz will not be getting yellow carded and almost getting sent off. It's still PSG that played very well. It's still PSG that played amazingly well. This is bigger than just Diaz coming off. Um, a Man City of before would have dispatched PSG even with Diaz not on the field.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I just feel Man City, they need to go to reset mode. They need to go back to the city of Sterling can score, Sane can score, anybody can score. They need to go back to that Man City. That's when they can perform again. They have built that team around Haaland. They brought in Haaland, which was a missing piece. Guardiola changed the way he plays to favor Haaland in the team, and it has been amazing for the past 2 years. He won the Champions League, won the league, won everything. But right now, it's not working. You need to go to factory reset mode. Do what you were doing before. That anybody can score. Anybody can score. That's what he needs. That's what he needs right now. Make it a situation whereby Martin Nunes can score, Sabinho can score, KDB can score, Kovacic can score. Every of these guys can score. That was the way Man City used to play before. Man City of before, they didn't have it before they brought Alan. They didn't have a striker. The season where Aguero left, they didn't have a natural striker. Alvarez was like the only striker there. They were not even using Alvarez as striker. They were playing. Everybody can score. I remember that particular season, master players were having 8 goals, 7 goals, 9 goals, like that. So that's the kind of a thing they need. Everybody should be able to score, rotate the team very well, and they can be back. But right now, if he's still doing the same thing he's doing, oh my God, it's going to be so hot this season.
Okay, that's fantastic. Let's get into Aston Villa in the Champions League. Aston Villa, Monaco was able to defeat Aston Villa 1-0. Aston Villa has been struggling. AS Monaco secured a narrow 1-0 victory over Aston Villa, courtesy of an early goal by Wilfred Signal in the 8th minute. The early lead proved decisive as Monaco defense held firm against Villa's attempt to equalize. What do you think is going on with Aston Villa? They are currently struggling in the league. They are also struggling in the Champions League. The last time they won in the
Uh,
Champions League is about, I think the last time they won was on match day 4, and since then they've been struggling. They have about 13 points right now, and they are not clothing themselves in glory in terms of their performance in the Champions League. What do you think is the issue with you know um, Aston Villa at the moment?
it's just lack of experience in the Champions League. That is paying off. We can see how they play. They are struggling in the league also. They are not the same Aston Villa that started this thing, and everyone is saying wow, wow, wow about them. I hope they are going to, I know they are going to qualify. They are going to qualify, obviously. I just hope they can get their game together and start playing well again. But right now they are struggling, and they might not even finish in the top four as it is. I don't think they will finish in the top four. Um, because Newcastle is coming. They are not really playing well, but Newcastle is around the corner. Man City is going to be in the top four, just obviously. Arsenal and Liverpool are there, so I don't think Aston Villa will be in the top four. In the Champions League, also they will qualify, but they will not go far if they don't start. I think they just need one or two players. Injuries also has affected them a lot. Injuries have affected them a lot. But again, I would like to put it out there. Injuries should never be a reason
An
or
excuse.
an excuse for a team not playing well. I don't believe that. Um, if a Real Madrid is doing it with injuries, Mourinho's Manchester United made it out in the in the Europa League with players being on crutches. Yeah, you shouldn't blame injuries for any team's success or any team's victory.
Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go to the leaders of the log. The only team that has 7 out of 7. It reminds me of a particular Shina Peter song. 777 is the number. Oluwashina.
Uh,
Uh, Liverpool managed a 2-1 win over Lille. Mohamed Salah opened the scoring in the 34th minute, and Aviello doubled the lead in the 67th minute. Lille's Jonathan David pulled one back in the 62nd minute, but Liverpool maintained their advantage to secure the victory. A lot of people said Liverpool won that particular game because of the red card to Lille. Because I mean they struggled in that particular game. Do you think that was the reason why they won?
Uh, that's how champions win. That's how champions perform. Anybody that wants to win, you have to. There are matches like that, and you have to win by the skin of your teeth, and they did it. To me, this all this they didn't play well. This one played well. That one didn't play well. It's not really important. Just get the 3 points in the bag. They got it. Lily had the red card. Yes. So did Atletico Madrid had the red card also. And Atletico Madrid came back, and when Bayer Leverkusen also had the red card, Atletico Madrid then win the game. But they came back 1-1 with the red card. So red card again, that's not an excuse. Um, and Arsenal team in the beginning of the season had the red card against Man City, almost won the game with the record. Almost won the game. If not for that late minute equalizer that made Man City came back 1-1. Almost won the game. So all these things are not a team should be a team should prepare to play with 10 men. I think it's part of their training sections. Sometimes they play as 10. They play 10 versus 11 to see what if we get a red card. These are part of their training sequences and training sections. So getting a red card, I don't think is on paper. Liverpool blew them out, and on the pitch, Liverpool got the job done. Anyhow, any which way, they had 3 points, and that's the most important.
Okay, that's fantastic. Let's go to another shocking, game in the UCL. Bayern Munich suffering defeat from Feyenoord. Bayern Munich, in a surprising turn of events, was defeated 3-0 by Feyenoord. Defensive errors and injury to Alphonso Davies contributed to Bayern Munich's uncharacteristic performance, allowing the Dutch side to capitalize and secure a memorable victory. Um, do you think, Alfonso Davies getting injured and, some defensive error? Do you think the injury to Alfonso Davies was very instrumental in, Feyenoord winning that particular game 3-0? I mean, um, Vincent Company is under a whole lot of pressure at the moment. His teams, they are not doing well. They are not firing on all cylinder. So what do you think is the way out for Bayern Munich at the moment?
Again, injury is not the cause. Nobody can blame injury for anything. On paper, even with an Alfonso Davies being injured, Bayern Munich should beat Feyenoord hands down. I think Hurricane needs to go and watch his head somewhere because if Bayern Munich
are you
this game,
are you seriously of the opinion that this an Hurricane cause again?
it might be because they are 3 points. They are leading with just 3 points in the league. Bayer Leverkusen has hit form again in the league, and is going to be straight down to the wires in that league. So no anything can happen. So in the Champions League, of course, it's an upset. No one expected that to happen. Feyenoord did well. They played well defensively. Bayern Munich attacked with all they could, but again, it just happened. The weather also was not that favorable. I think the weather was so bad. Um, but again, that's not an excuse. If you lose, you lose. I know Bayern Munich are definitely going to win the next game. They might not be in the top eight, so it's going to be an interesting next games in the Champions League.
Okay, I mean, do you think the job is bigger than Vincent Company?
Of course, he is bigger than him. When he was being appointed, I was literally saying, how do you appoint somebody that brought up Burnley, relegated Burnley back, and you now signed him for Bayern? But again, it seems like I don't know what I was saying, but I feel the job is too big for him. It's it's too massive, and I think Bayern Munich themselves, this is the time they've hit the decline button. They've been on top for so long. It's normal when you're on top for so long, you start coming down. They need a tactical coach to bring them back. They need someone like an Ancelotti or Enrique kind of a coach to really stabilize them, because this is the period of their rebuild. They are trying to rebuild now. This is the time they need someone with that has a tactical that is a tactical genius to rebuild them, not Vincent Company. No, 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 no. They are far from it.